Okay, one more Starfield topic. Pirates. Right then, I was just thinking, right, because I'm a big fan of seeking out alternative ways of playing these games, Bethesda games, that is. And I'm just thinking about the pirate game, because you're allowed to join the pirates. You're allowed to, you know, join that faction and still do the main quest. So, in fact, the main quest has a few pirates mixed in amongst the group. So, it is possible. So, if you were to be a pirate, what would that involve? Now, we know the pirate factions out there, more than one. We don't know if you can join them all. Bethesda usually have one group you can join, probably the Red Crimson, I think it is, or something like that, and the rest of them will just be hostile. So I'm not expecting to be able to join any faction, just one particular one. I'm also thinking that if it's further out from the civilized sectors, like Firefly type is, you've got the core sectors and you've got the outer line sectors, then you'll probably get to it just after the start of the game, about the time when you start exploring in a new ship, but not before. I don't think you'd be introduced to the pirates before you get to the stage where you've got your own ship and you can get out there. And what happens after that when you go a bit further and you've got your ship upgrades and your skills, we don't know about that. That's just random. That's probably going to be mostly empty, resource planets, maybe that kind of thing. Go out to the rim, do some mining, come back, make something. But I'm thinking, if you do go down the pirate route and you decide to make an outpost, then technically you could hire anybody you like to fill that outpost, including pirates. I mean, assuming the pirates are hireable. So you get your spacers and just hire them, drop them in your outpost. You'd have a spacer outpost. Also, I'm not too sure how it would work, but the spacers might have their own stores and munitions and things. If that's the case, you could probably stock up at their store and not have to go anywhere near civilized sectors. I mean, it'd be good if you could. I mean, you think about it this way: having to be a pirate and then go into an area surrounded by a police, it wouldn't work out too well, would it? But if you could just sit on the edge of a system, just blasting anything that came off the planet and then run away, that's more pirate-like, So from the gameplay perspective, if the pirates are fully functional and have their own, areas where they can trade, maybe some of the outer lying systems, the free worlds, is it, something like that, then maybe the pirate gameplay would work out quite well. If it doesn't, it might come crashing down. But if you were to do that, what would you do first? Would you go and play the full main plot first, learn everything there is, and then go and play a pirate gameplay, knowing that you might not be able to play certain things or be able to get certain things if you choose to be a pirate? Because I always find if you go down that road where you learn everything about the game first, and then you have to choose to miss out certain things in order to be something else, like a pirate, then you choose not to do the pirate path. And most people, they can't say no, they've got to have everything. They're kind of children of Pokemon. They've got to have them all, right? And it doesn't work. It doesn't really work for most people. I'm disciplined enough when I create a character, I can stick with it and not drift off topic. But I know a lot of people aren't. So I think the pirate gameplay will be for people like me who can focus on a character and can stick to it, knowing they're going to be missing out on a lot of other things. To be honest, that's where the gameplay or the replay value comes in, because you go back and you play a different character with a different theme, you get to do different things with different equipment. So that's how it works. Then you've got all the spaceships, you can get, and the things you can build yourself. I mean, technically speaking, you could build yourself a pirate ship, literally a pirate ship with flags and stuff and broadsides, and sail around space attacking things. Somebody will. You can guarantee it'll happen, right? But if they don't, somebody will mod it. It'll be like a space vessel, but with an engine on the back instead of sails. But anyways, you'd be able to go around just capturing ships, maybe stripping them down if it allows that, and making money that way, just having a massive criminal record. But then what happens? What's the price you pay for that kind of reputation? Is there a bounty hunters guild or something that will come after you and try and kill you? And I don't mean just once in a while, I mean actively seek you out, maybe attack your ships. I don't know if they will do that. I don't know if they go that far, but it'd be interesting to see if they did. Also, the from the perspective of building ships, if you're building pirates and smuggling ships, it depends on the equipment you're allowed to fit. Because if it's all about thrusters and shields and manoeuvrability and weapons, it's a very basic ship. But if it's about storage space, smuggling holes and things like that, suddenly it gets a lot more interesting. But have Bethesda gone that deep? Because we don't hear anything about that. We don't really hear if they've gone that far down, or even if the gameplay supports it. Like, will the gameplay, for example, support police scanning ships and looking for contraband? We don't know. So yeah, it could be a very hollow experience, but it'd be a good subject for a mod if there was a modder out there like doing quests and and could do that. Right, mentioning no names. Now, if you actually got a pirate base up, you settled on a pirate base and you're friendly with them and everything else, what kind of missions are they going to generate? I mean, I know from some of the video footage they do have enemies and they all claim the same areas of space. So I'm guessing there's fighting going on. I'm guessing that fighting is just going to be part of the game. So maybe when you join one faction, the other factions attack you. Or maybe they don't attack you before that. Plus, we know there's certain perks you can get that make some factions, see you as friendly, religious factions and things like that. So that might make a difference. But generally speaking, though, if you wanted to be a pirate, I would say there's the basic elements there for it. And maybe, just maybe, options for DLCs to improve those things later on. If not that, then mods. Because I think the pirate gameplay would be a pretty big style of gameplay for many people who get bored of the inner systems early on and want to just go mad. I mean, you've seen the Starfield Directs when one particular developer wanted to collect sandwiches. So, but anyway, I think it's going to be interesting. I do think the pirate gameplay, if it isn't fully fleshed out, will get fleshed out by modders or by Bethesda themselves. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Let me know what you think below.